Blame Truth here, and I've got Legacy Modern Warfare 3 gameplay from, when did this game come out? 2011 here for you today. If you missed it, I found a bunch of old gameplay on an old laptop, and I recovered it all, and I wish I could go back in time and just tell myself, my younger self, hey, buy Bitcoin and save every bit of old Call of Duty gameplay because the new games are going to suck fucking cock, and you're going to have something to put on YouTube that won't bore people to death. So regardless, if you guys are feeling the old gameplay over Battlefield 6 and Slack Ops 7, then do me a favor and like this video. I would really appreciate it. Just engage with the video in general. Say this video was amazing, learned a lot. Say super big, powerful, accurate, RC, whatever you want to do to engage with the video, I would very much appreciate it. Anyway, let's get right on into the meat and potatoes here. Let's cue up the special music for this episode because I have found out so much shit and I just need to talk about it. We need to really process what I have found out for you today. So without further ado, I got a lot I want to get off my chest. So if you guys missed the video a few days ago, I covered in detail why Battlefield 6's player numbers are nosediving so hard. And in that video, I basically explained they completely ripped off Call of Duty's business model. I love the gameplay in Battlefield 6, the actual match gameplay. It's classic Battlefield, it's fun, but there's this just Call of Duty stink on the game that has only gotten worse since Season 1 dropped. And I think anyone that plays the game or did play the game can agree with me there. Like, there's this just weird, like, we're copying Call of Duty's business model to a T, despite that business model failing for Call of Duty. It just doesn't make sense why they would do that and why they wouldn't pivot. So when the game feels like Battlefield, it's pretty fun. The problem is, it feels like an actual Battlefield game half the fucking time. Everything from disbanding lobbies to slow, crappy seasons that drip feed content to the fucking store to the battle passes to the event passes to the failing, boring battle royale has all been copied from Call of Duty. And it just does not work. And I was racking my brain trying to figure out, like, why would they do this? And a viewer of mine left a comment linking to a video that exposed exactly what was going on. Let me just give you a little sample here, because we're going to kind of go over everything he talks about in his video.
Feel free to take this all with a massive grain of salt. My theory is that Battlefield Studios did not build Battlefield 6 from the ground up like they wanted us to believe. They simply took the latest build of 2042, built an EA-mandated Modern Warfare clone on top of it, and then sold it to us as Battlefield 6. You might say, swag, duh, this is pretty obvious. You're not exactly making a Sherlock Holmes revelation here. Believe me, I know. What I really want to dig into is to point to the reason why Battlefield 6 shares many of the same core issues that Battlefield 2042 had, and moreover, to demonstrate the mandate from EA to Battlefield Studios to create EA's own version of Call of Duty. I think you might be shocked to see just how similar they are.
This is a 20-minute deep dive he does here. So from a Battlefield player, a Battlefield veteran's perspective, it sheds a new light on things. I'm kind of looking at it from one side, the Call of Duty turned to Battlefield player side, and I'm not catching everything. I just know something's horribly wrong, and it seems like they're just trying to be Call of Duty Junior now, after the launch of the, live service model or whatever. So I'm going to react to this Battlefield veteran's takes as a Call of Duty veteran, and we're going to get to the bottom of this shit because I truly think EA might be getting sued and going to fucking jail. And I am not kidding here. When I show you everything that he has uncovered, I'm going to follow it up with stuff that I found out and my own takes. It's going to get juicy. I'm going to get into everything after a brief word from this video sponsor. So I've been using FlexiSpot's E7 desk for years now, and when I heard they had a new E7 Plus model with 4 individual legs instead of just 2, I had to pick it up. E7 Plus is more stable with more loading capacity because it's just got 2 extra legs. This means rock solid lowering and raising when your stuff's on the desk. You don't have to worry about any movement whatsoever. And the weight capacity has been over doubled for the most part. Usually they're around 200 to 250 pounds for the traditional 2-leg standing desks. But with the 4-leg, this puppy can support 540 pounds. You could put the Big Show on this table and lift him up, and he would be safe and secure. The E7 Plus also sits higher than the Uplift V2 model, lifting all the way up to 51.57 inches. This is the highest 4-leg standing desk you can buy. There's a 15-year warranty and 30-day risk-free return service, but you probably won't have to use it because, like I said, I've had my E7 2-leg desk for several years now. It is rock solid. The E7 Plus is budget-friendly compared to other standing desks in markets which are above thousands of dollars. So guys, I highly recommend FlexiSpot's stuff. I use their chairs, their desks, everything they make is fantastic. You can check out everything on their website as they're right now having a New Year's sale where you can enjoy an amazing 65% discount on FlexiSpot products, including standing desks, ergonomic chairs, and more. Use my code YTE7P50 to save an extra $50 and upgrade to your own E7 Plus standing desk. And don't miss out on the chance to win free orders during their holiday events. Check out their activity calendar for all the details. All right, guys, welcome back to the video. Thank you, FlexiSpot. I use all their stuff. Highly recommend it. Like, seriously, not even in the ad. Like, great chairs, great desks. Pick one up. But either way, guys, I saw something today that just verified and locked in everything that this guy was saying, the Swaggy guy was saying. And I watched this video and I thought, I don't know, I was like 95% on board with what he was saying and his kind of conspiracy theory. And then what I saw just today solidified it. I am 100% on board. Seriously, just take a look at this and tell me if you remember it. Tell me if it jogs your memory, okay? Ladies and gents, what you are seeing is the King Kong glove crossover thing, a cosmetic piece of shit melee weapon thing that was in Modern Warfare 3, I do believe. This came out and you cannot buy it. It's already bad enough that they charge $20, $30 sometimes for stuff in the store. But this came out and you couldn't directly purchase it. Do you remember what you had to do to get this? Please leave a comment. Pause the video and leave a comment if you want to try to guess and see if you were right. So you had to spend $80 in the store to unlock this. $80 fucking dollars. More than the full price of the shitty fucking game you were playing to purchase this stupid fist, which honestly looks like some sort of weird Gen Z sex toy or something. This got so much backlash, I thought we saw the end of stuff like this. I really did. I thought we would never really see anything like this. And I don't think there's been anything like this since then. Correct me if I'm wrong there. But yeah, there's been no real instance of this since this came out and everyone shit on it. Until today. Look at this. Exclusive 5.11 skin available now. Get the field-tested engineer skin. Enter Battlefield 6 at checkout when you spend $50 on 5.11 gear to receive your redemption code. Available in-game on 2/17. It is the exact same business model as this fucking Kong thing. Spend $50 to get this super exclusive skin, and they use FOMO and mental gymnastics saying like, oh, you're getting $50 worth of other content, so it's worth it as well. Content just being some fucking pixels on a screen that doesn't change the gameplay at all. I cannot believe they actually did this and they brought it back. They have ripped off Call of Duty's business model to a fucking T. It's not even debatable at this point. Please, someone in the comment section, try to debate me on this, but I'm not done. And neither is this Battlefield veteran guy who made this video on the matter. Let's go back to what he had to say for his next point here, okay?
Let's now go ahead and talk about some of the blatant ways that Battlefield 6 copies modern Call of Duty. EA clearly likes to follow trends, especially when they come from Activision. EA uses little discernment for recognizing which features are good to copy and which are bad to copy. They kind of just copy everything in the hopes that the Call of Duty player base will somehow pay them some attention, rather than picking and choosing what actually works for Battlefield. Let's do a side-by-side comparison with Battlefield 6 and Modern Warfare 2, shall we? Number 1, menus. Battlefield Studios saw Activision's horrible Hulu-style menus and said, oh yeah, let's copy that over. Number 2, monetization. EA saw the monetization model that Modern Warfare 2 used and did an almost one-to-one recreation. It is wild just how closely they followed it. Even the Battle Pass itself follows the same branching progression logic that Modern Warfare 2's Battle Pass followed. EA saw Activision do the Black Cell bonus path and said, okay, let's do exactly that, but we'll call it Battlefield Pro and give you even less content for the same price. Additionally, they've structured store bundles in almost the exact same way, in a rotating fear of missing out style. They even made their own version of weapon blueprints with their weapon packages, just to sell skins the way Call of Duty does with charms, model swaps, and stickers. They believe that Battlefield players are going to somehow be enticed by a lot of this slop just because Call of Duty had success doing it.
Now, maybe you're thinking this is just coincidence. Maybe you're still not buying it, right? Let me just show you this. And I covered this in the last video, but it bears repeating here. This is just from a Call of Duty player's perspective to add on to the Battlefield player's perspective about them copying Call of Duty. I can add on to it perfectly. The Battle Pass. It is the same slow FOMO speed as Black Ops 6's. We covered it in the last video. Like I said, it's just a way to get you to buy your way through the Battle Pass and give them more money because it's moving so fucking slow. Or what about that Call of Duty Ghost skin? Do you remember that? Where they all but ripped off verbatim, one for one, the Call of Duty Ghosts logo and then put it on this dude's face. And now, maybe they decided to put some panties on the dude's chest to kind of distract you from the fact that it's a direct one-for-one ripoff, but guess what? People still saw it. So, yeah, I mean, if we really want to go so far as to say it's a direct ripoff of a character from Ghost, we could even do that. I mean, he even has, like, the headset thing that the skin in Battlefield 6 has. What's next? Are we going to make a map called, I don't know, Container, and then release a skin called Joseph, and it's just this guy but dressed as a door? And then we're just gonna pass it off as Battlefield 6 content? I'm sorry, guys, Battlefield 6 is failing because it's ripping off Call of Duty. Call of Duty is failing because it's ripping off Fortnite. Nobody can be original anymore. Call of Duty came to power, Battlefield 6 came to power, Halo 3 came to power, Gears of fucking War, I'm gonna go way back, came to power because they dared to be their own fucking games. I've been playing these games for ages, man. Like, be your own thing and make it unique and good. If you can't do that, stop pretending and trying to fool the gaming populace with your bullshit. I am so fucking over it. And the worst part about this is I am not done. I'm nowhere near done. Swagulate has more to say. Check this out.
Number 3, operators. In a similar style to Call of Duty's operator system, Battlefield has adopted a full soldier skin system. They copied over having named characters with biographies, with character-specific skins that are sold in store bundles and in the Battle Pass. And no, you are not allowed to transfer these skins to other characters. They clearly seem to believe that because Call of Duty has sold bundles like these successfully, that they will also somehow be able to make these perform in Battlefield in the same way. Number 4, firing range. As you can see here, the firing ranges between Battlefield 6 and Modern Warfare 2 are nearly identical. They even put the door and prone shooting area in the exact same position. The only difference is they made the range in Battlefield 6 just a little bit bigger. We got this instead of a Battlefield 4 style test range map where you could test everything, including vehicle, weapon customization. In much of a similar presentation to Modern Warfare's Gunsmith, Battlefield once again decided to copy some homework and presented Battlefield's weapon customization system in basically the exact same way as Modern Warfare 2, minus the added depth of weapon tuning. Even the camo menus are basically a direct copy. I guess we're lucky that they didn't also copy over Modern Warfare 2's attachment unlock system as well. Of course, we could spend hours going into every single detail of instances where Battlefield 6 blatantly copies modern Call of Duty, but I think it's pretty clear to see what EA wanted to do with Battlefield 6. Honestly, I think Activision would actually have a pretty strong case for plagiarism if this went to court.
So he goes on to talk about other things. I'm not going to put his entire video in my video. I will link his video in one of the comments below. But he goes on to talk about stuff like the map sizes being more akin to Modern Warfare 1 or 2's Ground War, which is honestly being kind of generous because while I like maps like Iberian Offensive and Liberation Peak, those are probably my two favorite maps in Battlefield actually, they are really fucking small. And I don't mean like they're small in the sense that they're small for Battlefield. I mean, they're also very cramped. Like those two maps feel almost like this map I'm playing on in this old ass gameplay here. Like Iberian Offensive, especially, if I squinted and I look at the screen right now and you said, hey man, I like this map, Iberian Offensive on Battlefield 6, I'd be like, yeah, it's pretty cool, right? I wouldn't question it. Like, it looks almost similar. I could fit a tank through these streets like in that map, for example. So he goes on to talk about a lot of different things from animations to the map size to all that stuff. As I get this Moab here, I just want to say to EA, especially, and DICE, if you want people to continue to play Battlefield, make it a fucking Battlefield game. Stop ripping off Call of Duty shit. People came to Battlefield to escape Call of Duty. You fucking idiots. That's the entire reason the game sold so well in the first place. Stop ripping off Call of Duty's business model. Stop ripping off Call of Duty's map sizes. Stop ripping off the UI, the battle pass, all this stuff. Stop it, or your game will die just like Call of Duty is dead as fuck this year. And there was also a rumor going around the time Battlefield 6 came out that they were going to be pushing for an annual release cycle just like Call of Duty eventually. I just, dude, we have to stop this. Like, we have to stop this. In closing here, I want to show you this though, because this is not even a new thing. Check this out. 4 years ago on Reddit, this guy said Battlefield 2042 is almost an exact copy of Modern Warfare / Warzone. After playing the game for a few days now, it is apparent that DICE has just ripped everything from MW 2019. If you play a match of Warzone or Ground War, you will see that the difference is minimal. Things like third-person takedowns, custom operators, tactical sprint, and sliding do not belong in a Battlefield title. Starting a match, you will have to sit through some shitty plot that doesn't belong in the multiplayer. Then it puts you in a dropship, you run out, and then you play just like Modern Warfare. When the game ends, you have to sit through the end-game ranking animation where it shows the custom operators. They say some stupid one-liner. Then you proceed to look at a 3D gun that you unlocked attachments for. The game is completely ripped from Modern Warfare. Even the overview of the map before you spawn looks identical. So guys, in the last several years, my reputation kind of speaks for itself as far as calling things before they happen or are revealed or whatever. I am right way more than I am wrong. But when I am wrong, I want to shout it from the hilltops and admit it so that I will be right the next time. You know, it's for me, trust me. I thought this year, in my fucking just stupor, in my blind optimism, I thought that this year would be a return to form for multiplayer FPS games. I thought this year would take me back to Modern Warfare 2 versus Bad Company 2 back in 2009. I thought that's what it would be. I thought it would be Battlefield 3 and Modern Warfare 3. You know what I mean? I thought we would actually get good fucking games because competition breeds excellence, right? How wrong was I? Call of Duty gaslit us and rug pulled us. Battlefield 6 proceeds to rip off Call of Duty and try to just change things ever so slightly, so that we don't realize that they're ripping off Call of Duty till a few months down the line. That's where the FPS multiplayer space is in 2026. Fuck everyone involved with this shit. Why does everything fucking suck nowadays? Why? Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did and you like this gameplay especially, drop a like, hit that subscribe button as well, and ring that notification bell if you already are subscribed. And I will catch you on the next one. Have a good one. Peace.